What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tor back for another video. Today we're doing a video that's a little different. It's essentially top characters that I'd like to see in this game of Bleach Brave Souls that we haven't already seen, or we have seen but it's just been a long time since we had these characters and they've fallen off a tremendous amount. And today we're focusing in on the rescue arc, or the Soul Society arc, whatever you want to call it, the first major arc in Bleach. If you didn't know, I've been rewatching Bleach. I've been tweeting about it, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. But I basically have been rewatching Bleach, and I've got to the point where we finished up the rescue arc, and we're moving on to, of course, the Arrancar arc. But I'm gonna be watching the Bout arc on my own, since I watched it, but I just kind of was watching it as like a background noise thing. So this time around, I'm gonna watch it on my own. Hopefully, it's better than what I remembered it being. Either way though, we're focusing in on the Soul Society arc today. We're gonna focus on looking at a couple of characters that I'd like to see in the game again. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and get straight to it. So the first character I kind of wanted to look at was Uryu. So Uryu in this arc was actually pretty good. I mean, all around he was not underwhelming whatsoever. I feel like they showcased a lot of his attributes, and he had a really good fight, right? And he really destroyed I don't know, would you consider Mayuri a top level captain? I mean, he's a top captain, right? He's a very strong captain that's smart, and Uryu annihilated him. It wasn't even a close match. So yeah, honestly, I really would like to see Uryu in this form, and we have received this form in the game before. But keep in mind, right, it was like year 1 or 2 of the game, so I'm pretty sure it was year 1 actually, and it's way outdated. He definitely needs to get a remake. And I feel like this form in particular would be cool to see back in the game. And this is what I'm talking about here with the Reishi like shooting out from the side of his shoulder. And it was really cool, man. It was a really cool form of his, and I feel like we got a good showing of his. I think he came out to be one of the top characters in that arc. Honestly speaking, I feel like he showcased a lot of what he has. So I'd like to see a remake of him in this form, just because it looks really cool. And yeah, it'd be cool to see how him in the game again with an updated set of strong attacks and skills in general. Next up, we've got ourselves a character that honestly I don't really like all that much, but at the same time, he's a character that I feel like could use a remake, especially since we haven't seen him in the game in a long time, and that would be Kaname. You know, we saw his Bankai in this series, or in this arc, and although it wasn't a very good showing of it, right, he got destroyed by Kenpachi. I'd still like to see a remake of his. It'd be cool to see him in the game again. Next up, this is a double team character that I really would like to see, and that's going to be Jushiro and Shunsui. Now, like, we just got them, right? So don't expect this to happen anytime soon, and if it does happen, it would probably be later down the road. But I'd love to see a double team character of these two, right? They fought Yamamoto together, although it was basically off screen. It kind of sucks that we didn't really get to see much of it. But Jushiro and Shunsui, bringing a double team character of them two would be awesome. We got one of Soifun and Yoruichi. But one of these two, I mean, these two have a pairing, like a friendship that is unmatched, right? And I feel like when it comes to double team characters and captains as a whole, like to have them as a double team character, these two have to be one of those characters. So yeah, I'd love to see this. Honestly, I think this would be an awesome form in the game. And one last thing I wanted to actually mention before continuing forward is, maybe possibly at some point Bleach, in the game of Bleach Brave Souls, we may possibly be able to see a young version of Shunsui and Jushiro. In this arc, we actually saw a flashback of back when they were in like the academy, and let me just say, I mean, they look cool, man. They look really cool. The backstory behind them, and I mean, they didn't go too in depth about that, but Shunsui and Jushiro have been connected for a long time, and Yamamoto has a strong connection to them, and like I said, they bring up that flashback in when they were younger, and honestly, it'd be awesome to see them. It'd be awesome to see them in the game, although that's probably unlikely because we didn't see really anything. It's just them in the academy, Shunsui being a ladies' man, and Jushiro being that popular guy. That's all they really showed. But at some point, that'd be cool if maybe somehow, some way, we see them in the game. Anyways, That's it. Moving on to the next one. Next up, this one's kind of just me being kind of a simp, but Kukaku. And you know, fuck it, I like the little pairing of him and of her and Jirambo. Now, you know, if they could bring like a character of hers where maybe it's not a double team, right, where you can switch back and forth, but maybe give us just like you know, give us that treatment of like Don Kanoji and Picaro, where you know it's not a double team character per se, but it's like one where the strong attacks showcase Picaro, and you know, in this form of Kukaku, right, we can get the Jirambo showcased in like strong attacks. I feel like that would be really cool. You know, this is a character that would, you know, bring us back to the start of the Bleach series, and I feel like I'd really like to see this, right? Jirambo's a favorite of a lot of people. I mean, not a fan favorite, but a favorite, right? People can respect Jirambo, and you know, he's a likable character. Kukaku, I mean, there's not much more to say other than just look at her, man. She's awesome, right? Let's just say that. A lot of personality, and honestly, I really do like her character. So I'd like to see something like this. I mean, right, this would be more of like a fan service type of thing, but dude, again, I'd love to see this character in the game. And then the last spot is going to be saved for Ichigo, obviously. So you know, in this arc, we have a couple of forms of his that you know, we saw that really, I mean, I think a lot of us could, you know, we'd like to see in the game, honestly. Now this one right here, where he has that cape, and this is the one where he obviously, when he rescues Rukia, he literally is wearing this whole new cape, and it looks really cool, man. He has, you know, a showing in which he destroys like 3 lieutenants. I'm pretty sure it was Chojiro, Isane, and who was the other guy? Omaida, right? Those 3 got destroyed by this Ichigo, and he didn't even like pull out his Zanpakuto or anything. He just hand combat, just destroyed the 3. And that's all we really saw in this form of his with the cape. Now, it's not like a different form, it's just a different like style to what he was wearing at the time, and I feel like this form looks really cool, man. He just looks really cool. Now, another thing as well, though, in that you know, like a few episodes later after we saw this, he doesn't have that cape anymore, but his visored mask comes out, and it's like the half mask, right, where when he's fighting Byakuya, right, that form of Ichigo. I'd love to see him in the game as well. Now, you know, it's a toss-up, you know, between the 2 Ichigos there. I mean, he really did more damage and more of like he did more with the visored mask, right? He actually evened the match out basically with Byakuya. But I feel like for, you know, for the sake of you know, Bleach fans, I think both of the forms would be cool, you know, at some point seeing both of them. But anyways, with that said, that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to say. I will be doing one of these maybe for the Arrancar arc and maybe the Bount arc, just because, like, you know, those are also there's some characters in there that some might like to see. So anyways, with that said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.